So, George Lucas, he's a man that everybody knows, everybody kind of... He's kind of the person, a person, not the person. There's more than one people like him. Burps every episode, SparkleDart guarantee. He's really the kind of person that that becomes like a running joke in and of himself. He's like, who is this man? You know, he's George Lucas. He's done something so popular and everybody knows him. But at the same time, we all kind of make jokes about him and who he is. And, you know, because he's kind of a short person. He's kind of a small man next to his bed buddy, Steven Spielberg. I'm not trying to, like, step on any toes here, Mr. George Lucas, if you're listening, which I know you probably are. I don't want you to think that I'm, like, making jokes at your expense. It's just kind of the thing that people do these days. If you ever watched the show South Park, they made a joke about you having sex with your own characters. It was kind of gross. I didn't like it much because it involved gay sex, and I don't really like to look at gay sex. Not that, you know, gay sex is a problem. It's not like it's not a detriment to the community or nothing like that, but gay sex is certainly something that if you wanted to do it, you would want to do that in public or private. No, gay sex in public. Please, okay. Please don't have gay sex in public, is all I'm going to say, SparkleDart. That's a guarantee. Don't have gay... That's not much really of a guarantee, I don't think. That's just kind of something that you shouldn't do, especially, like, heterosexual couples. You know, they like to go down to Cabo, Cozumel, Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago and have, like, public sex on the beach there. That's like a thing that couples like to do, or maybe it's like a fantasy that you see in like Sex and the City. Carrie's all like, I'm gonna go have sex with Mr. Big on the beach, and that's something we're gonna do. And then Miranda's like, I'm a jealous bitch, and I'm going to slap you in the face. I think there might be a character called Kelly too. I'm not really sure. I never watched the show. But I'm not, you know, it was probably a good show. I don't really know, because like I said, I never watched it. I'm sorry, I should have said, I'm talking about the show Sex in the City, which was a long-running show, I think on the Fox network, maybe some other network was airing it at the time. I don't really know for certain which network it was on, because I never watched it, like I said. Now I watch shows like Frasier and Cheers and Friends and Everybody Loves Raymond. Go ahead and ask me any piece of Everybody Loves Raymond trivia. I'll give you the answer right away. I know all the answers. I know all the Everybody Loves Raymond trivia. I went to their website, everybodylovesraymond.net.org.gov, and took the quiz, and they're like, yeah, you're a Raymond fan. You're a... Sorry. There's no way to combine the words Raymond and fan in a way that, like, makes sense, but still keeps the meaning of both words individually. I'm sorry. I was going to try and do it, but it couldn't be done. So if you want to, I guess if you want to go ahead and try and prove me wrong, then I'd be happy to listen to you, and your beliefs and ideas and opinions. But as it stands, you know, I'm SparkleDart. I'm a pretty nice guy. I'm a decently smart guy too. You know, I can surmise things. I got a lot of common sense skills, is I guess what I should say. I got, you know, the ability to have my thoughts and wits about me at all times, and use those thoughts and wits to make, I guess, general assumptions that are generally true. You know, I wouldn't want to say that I'm right all the time, because that would sound very arrogant of you. But the thing is, usually when I make a very broad, sweeping statement, it's about something that I'm hoping that I'm wrong about, but at the same time, it turns out that I'm usually right. So I guess the thing is, being a cynic pays. If you like to be right all the time, being a cynic pays off. If you're an optimist, you're probably right about half the time, maybe less. It's hard for me to say because I'm not an optimist, so I don't have those points of views as the same people as you do. I'd love to be an optimist someday. Maybe I can learn how from some sort of coach like Rob Lowe. He seems like a pretty optimistic guy most of the time, and I would love to take a life lesson from Mr. Rob Lowe. He's a good actor, but he's also a very, very smart and well-to-do young man. And actually, here's the thing. Rob Lowe was in a Lifetime movie. Okay, Rob Lowe. First of all, Chris Traeger on Parks and Recreation. Rob Lowe was in a Lifetime movie about the trial of Casey Anthony. It might have been called exactly that. I don't really know for certain. But if it wasn't called that, then you can just look it up and figure it out yourself. It starred Rob Lowe and Oscar Nunez from The Office. Of course, Oscar Martinez, the gay accountant character who sat beeline from Kevin and Angela in the show, that you know and love that you watched on NBC for 9 years before it got canceled, but 7 years before Steve Carell left the show. Rob Lowe was in a movie on Lifetime about Casey Anthony and her life and times and all that sorts of stuff, and I watched it, and it was the trial, and actually Oscar Nunez was the defending attorney, the one who was defending Miss Casey Anthony. Excuse me? And it really painted this man out to be like kind of a douche, kind of a dick type person. And I'm like, I respect you as an actor, and I like what you did on The Office, but this, you know, this program that I'm watching right now, it really leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Rob Lowe, of course, he wasn't as happy and cheerful in this movie as he was in hold on, you know, what the fuck is this shit? In Parks and Recreation, he wasn't playing the same type of character, the same archetype. He was the prosecuting attorney is the proper term if you know anything about court procedures, which I do know a thing or two about court procedures because I went to school for 4 years to learn law, but I wound up deciding that law was not something that I was super interested in pursuing, because it really, you know, it's something that you do get paid a lot, but you do lose your integrity when you do law, when you practice law, you lose your integrity, and I don't want to lose my integrity. I'm a man of integrity. I've got a lot of scruples, which is a word that I love to say, scruples, and if you don't love the word scruples, then you're watching the wrong fucking show, because I'm going to say scruples every fucking day. I can't make that promise, because up until now I've never said the word scruples, I'm sure of it. And if one of you lovely ladies and gentlemen wants to prove me wrong, then I'd be happy to listen to you. But honestly, I don't know for sure, because, like I said, I'm saying shit into a microphone, and that's all that I'm doing. That's my whole shtick, you know. I'm just trying to have fun. That's all I'm trying to do. And at the same time, if you're not okay with me just trying to have fun, poking fun at other people's expense, but not really so much because, you know, like I said, I respect all people, all races, all creeds, I would never, ever try to alienate anybody who thought that what I was doing was worth their time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone's watching my show, they're watching my show for a reason. They're watching my show because they think it's good, they think it's funny, they think maybe they just like to hear me talk, and I honestly can't imagine somebody who would like to hear me talk about anything in particular, because like I said, you know, I don't talk about anything in particular. I just kind of ramble on for fucking days about nothing. And that's all I do on SparkleDart, is just I ramble on for fucking days about nothing, about jack shit, about nothing in particular. And I guess I make a show out of it, which is amazing to me, because some people, they try to make a show out of it. They try to, be some guy. They try to be a guy who people want to listen to, and it's actually very hard to ramble on for days, minutes, hours without like stopping. And that's the thing. That's the thing, is I ramble on for so long without stopping that it's amazing to everybody who's like, how the fuck do you fucking do this? I don't mean to swear so much on my show. I try to I don't try to censor myself, I guess you could say, but I do try to be a lot more courteous, a lot more kind to the people who watch my show. You know, not everybody gets to have a regular audience, even if it's just a couple of people, like a day, like maybe 8 people or so are watching my show. I think the last video I uploaded as of today got like maybe 8 views, and I'm okay with that, because that means that there's 8 people right there whose lives I don't want to say affecting, but at least contributing to, you know. Excuse me, I had something stuck in my teeth. It was potato chips. I was eating potato chips just a second ago, and now they're stuck in my teeth. Can you believe that? The potato chips that I was eating was Lay's. It was the kettle-baked Lay's potato chips that were sea salt and cracked black pepper flavored. And you might think that sounds kind of weird, or maybe it's just like, why not just eat, I don't know, like potatoes, like omelets or something like that. I'm here to tell you why. It's because, and don't get me wrong here, but I love potato chips, but it's because potato chips are so much easier to eat than like a baked potato or something so similar to that, but not quite so similar in such a way that it's difficult for you to appreciate in the same regard. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, you worm, get at it. Well, that didn't take long, did it? No? Okay, well, my goal here real quick is to kill this worm because I think it won't take too long. You know, I got him pretty good the first time, but he really gave me a run for my money is what I'm trying to say. He made it clear that he wasn't interested in my presence, and even though he used the improper grammar, because he says outside of here, but he uses 3 Z's instead of 1 S. That is not how you spell that word. And if he's trying to like do some sort of dramatic thing, like maybe he's like a bug or a buzzing insect or something like that, he looks maybe more like a worm, and a worm wouldn't be so inclined as to speak in that such way. Like that's like how a fly or a bee would talk, but certainly not a worm, or certainly not some sort of excuse me, millipede, which he could very well be. I'm not really quite certain on the matter. Not that it matters to me, because, you know, I'm just here to, I'm here for the ride, you know. Okay, well, that was super easy. I can't believe I died so many times before now. What does this do? Oh, nice. It gives me more life. Okay, great. Well, you know, I got the cello. Cello? Okay, well, a cello is like a violin. It looks like a violin. I thought it was a violin for a second. It's not a violin, but you can see that. That's clearly like some sort of stringed instrument, but it's hard to discern because the graphics are so small. It makes it look impossible to discern on a less than genuine level. So, the swamp. Okay, I gotta go in the swamp. Okay. Well, I guess at this point I should go ahead and say my goodbyes. You know, I like to drag on when I say goodbye, but you know, I'm just so genuous with when I talk that I love to make sure that everybody knows that I care about them. I love them on a genuine level. I wish they were all my babies, but only a couple of them can be my babies because you know, I'm a human man, and even though human males are more prone to having more children just because of the nature of their existence, the way that they reproduce, that's not exactly what I'm getting at. I'm talking about like in a metaphorical sense that you would be my babies, not like in a so literal sense that you might think. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. This has been SparkleDart. I'm here to have fun with you, my babies, but not in a weird way, not like a way that people go to jail for. So thank you for watching. Goodbye, SparkleDart. Goodbye.